The next topic I want to review about pointers involves the differences between using the asterisk character inside of your C programs when it comes to pointers. So remember that whenever you create a pointer, the asterisk just means that you're creating a pointer. That's all it means. If there was no asterisk, then you're not creating a pointer, you're creating a variable called string that is just a character. So whenever you see the asterisk, when you are creating something, then it is a pointer. Now later on in the program, anytime in the future after the pointer was created that you see the asterisk used with that specific pointer, it now means what is at the memory address contained inside the pointer. When you look at these two lines of code, you should be very easily able to see that the asterisk only means that you are creating a pointer in this line of code, and in all subsequent lines of code, wherever the asterisk is seen with this specific pointer, you should always be able to recognize that you're simply saying what is at that memory address. This should be second nature to you. If it isn't, then I encourage you to practice with that. Now, whenever you see the asterisk used with a pointer later on in the program after the pointer was created, there is a term for that. That is called dereferencing. Dereferencing is any time that you use the asterisk with a pointer name in order to get to what is at that memory address. So basically, any time in the program after the pointer's creation that you use an asterisk along with the pointer name, that is an example of dereferencing. And for that reason, we call this asterisk the dereferencing operator whenever we use it in order to get what is at that memory address. Okay, so that covers the asterisk character. At this stage, it should be very clear to you that any time you ever see the asterisk character used with a pointer, other than its creation, it means what is at the address of the memory address in that pointer. So now let's talk about the next character that is often used with pointers, which is the ampersand, which typically means the address of. Let's take a look at a simple example. So here with these three lines of code, we're first of all creating a variable called myCharacter. We're giving it a value which is a single character. Remember, you cannot give a character variable a value of a string. You couldn't say, for example, this, because the variable myCharacter is only 1 byte in size. It's a character, and so it can only contain a single character as a value. Then what we're doing is we're creating a pointer called myPointer that is going to be of the data type char. The asterisk just simply means we're creating the pointer. And then here we are giving it a value. We know that because any value given to a pointer must be a memory address, we know that this is a memory address, and in fact it is the memory address of myCharacter. So after this line of code, anything in the future of the program where we say myPointer, we will be referring to the memory address that is now contained in myPointer, which is specifically the memory address of myCharacter. Anytime we say star myPointer, then we are attempting to dereference it and get what is at that memory address, which is the same thing as if we had just written myCharacter, because that is what is at that memory address. So in other words, this is going to be equal to A in this example, because what is at that memory address is in fact the character A. Now one more thing that I want to point out is that the asterisk character has one additional meaning inside of your C program, which is multiplication. For example, I could write int myint equals 2 times 2. So one of the things that can make C or other programming languages, a bit difficult for beginners, is that the same thing can have multiple meanings. And the key in order to master that is just simply to understand how the C programming language itself parses lines of code in order to understand those different meanings. For example, here we have a data type. And in a nice program like Code Blocks, it highlights the data type and puts it in a dark blue so that we can really easily see that this is a data type. Then anywhere after that data type, with however many spaces, if the very next thing we get is an asterisk, then we say, this is creating a pointer, followed by the pointer name. And that is how we know that in this context it is creating a pointer. That is the meaning of the asterisk, not multiplication and not dereferencing. Now, over here, on this line, it's very clear that we are taking a constant number and another constant number. There's not even a pointer in this line of code, and so we understand again from the context that we are talking about normal numeric multiplication. Alright, so in the next video we will continue this review, and that concludes this lesson.